Good evening and welcome back to Elton Messages of Light. I have something a bit different today if you've been following me, but a dear friend has asked me to do my first remote reading. So, you know, energy, it's not limited to physical logistics, you know. So I said, okay, I will tune into your energy and let's see where the reading goes, you know, because she's looking for a bit of clarity on, on spiritual awakening, which she is, and also a certain a relationship that she's in, you know. She's looking for some clarity on that. So I said, okay, I shall do your reading. You know, that's what I'm here for, to help people that need help, to guide the way, to bring in a bit of clarity, you know, for times where none of us feel like we've got anywhere to turn, you know. This is what I'm here for this time. Yeah, she's up against some obstacles, you know. She's yeah, she wants to move ahead despite any obstacles. So her obstacles are leaving a marriage that she thought, you know, was going to be her happy ever after. So she's you know, yeah, she wants to go venture and explore and forge ahead, but she knows that, you know, there's going to be some obstacles before she can go leaping ahead. She has to close out some things, you know. Yeah, these cards are speaking today. She has to have some time to think, you know. She has to start thinking about growing a new garden, planting some new seeds for new things to grow before she, you know, leaps forward. But she knows there's going to be many obstacles in the way. She knows that. But she's willing to go into the storm, you know, and face these obstacles because she's ready to take that leap forward. She knows that this part of their journey has come to an end. She knows that. But, you know, she's ready to, yeah. She knows that growing apart or getting some space to think, yeah, she knows that they've grown apart. Really speaking, yeah. And she wants to go exploring. You know, so in this relationship she's been in for quite a while, she's felt like she was, like they want no air, you know. She wants to come back up for air. She don't want to be in this abyss anymore. She wants to come back up for some air and breathe. Yeah, she wants to feel like she can breathe. Yeah, she's searching for another path. Yeah, she's still looking for the right one. Yeah, she said that to me. She said, I feel like my heart's been pulled in a different way. So she could possibly be feeling a soulmate out there, you know. And like my situation, not to get on about myself, but like my situation, I'm in a relationship of 25, 26 years near enough, and 2 children, you know, the house, the dog, the full shebang. But that did not stop my twin flame awakening, you know. It didn't. So if something's meant to happen and you're meant to be on a different path, no amount of you know, being married or yeah, in a long-term commitment is going to stop that. But my relationship is not romantic, you know. My twin flame journey is very unconventional. But yeah, my friend, she wants to go exploring, find another path. Yeah, she's still looking for that. That right one. Yeah, she wants to go in a new direction. Don't even have to shuffle these cards. It's just coming out. Yeah, she don't want to go back anymore. She wants to move forward, you know, in a new direction. Yeah, changing your mind or being confused emotionally, uncertainty. No, my friend's told me she's, you know, she wants to move in a different direction, whereas a partner, he wants to stay in, you know, the direction they've been in together. So this is the obstacles, you know, getting through to a partner that wants to yeah, stay where they've been, you know. He's happy with where they've been. He doesn't notice any obstacles. But yeah, my friend does. She's got different ideas, you know. And that's okay to have, you know. You've got to follow your heart. Yeah. Endless love. So, you know, her partner, he thinks it's endless love. But my friend, she's got different ideas. She did start out like this. She had very, very high expectations for this love to last forever. But, you know, life takes you in different directions sometimes. You can't always see what's round that corner, you know. So, yeah. There's the obstacle. He thinks it's an endless love. And my friend's unsure, you know. So, questioning all that. She wants to go in a different direction. That uncertainty was creeping in for a reason, you know. So, she's ready to make moves now. She's ready to make the perfect moves to go in this other direction. Does not matter what obstacles are in her way, she's willing to face them. She's ready to leap forward. And plant a new garden for herself. Find those roses, you know. When your rose starts to bloom, wow. You know, I started off years ago on my journey where I was unsure what was going on. If you're a Twinflame, you know, yeah, you're gonna be unsure what's going on. It's part of the journey, you know. But all I knew is that I was planting new seeds, and I kept watering these seeds, and I kept nourishing these seeds with sunlight, you know, the right things for my garden to grow. Pretty soon I became this rose, and I started to bloom, and then I started to bloom for others. Yeah, my garden was empty at one point. Now it's full of roses, and I'm reaching out to others, you know, to find their garden of roses, because it's all in our grasp. And I think, you know, I've had an effect on my friend. I'm not taking credit for it, but I think how she's seen me grow, my roses grow, my garden grow. I think it's given her, you know, that realisation that she, you know, it's time to move forward, plant her own seeds, look for her own rose, you know, find her own roses, the rose in herself, you know, because we're all roses. Just got to nourish yourself right. And that means environment, that means food, that means all the right things, you know, for us to grow our garden. Okay. Any more? Please do. Any more? Okay, so please do. Any more? Yeah, she's looking for this, you know. Sweet home. Isn't that what we were looking for? Our home on top of a hill, you know, with our garden full of roses. Making a good home life or settling down. Marriage, lasting love. Yeah, she's looking for that. She thought she had that until this started to wake up. She's soul searching. She's searching for more, you know. She's going in different directions. She's looking for more. I said this to I think it's 7 years ago, 8 years ago now. I said we are all in a global awakening, you know. And she was like, because she'd not walked then. And I said, one day when you're ready, you will wake. And not again taking credit, but I awaken people. So people that come in contact with me, I'm an awakener. I have that frequency that awakens people. It's just part of my path. My sisters, anyone who comes in contact will awaken. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to show others how to love themselves also. And by loving yourself, you know, you then grow your own garden, don't you? You become that rose. Those thorns, you know, as well. You don't cut them thorns off. You need them ferns. Those ferns help you grow. Them ferns, you know, they're your obstacles, but they help you grow. They help you become strong. So when you go into your soul searching, you go into your shadow, you don't eradicate shadow, you know. You need your shadow and your light, the two exist together. But you just start to heal the shadow. Then you find your light. And that's what my friend wants, you know. She's just soul searching. And yeah, she's looking for this. That sweet home. Okay, any more spirit? Any more? Any more? Any more messages for doing it, please, spirit? Yeah, when you go soul searching, you go into this deepest, darkest depth of your psyche, your ego mind, your wounds, your traumas, your mother, your father. You know, it can be likened to a dark night of the soul, this card, because you're going into your shadow to find your light. So connecting on a deeper level with complex feelings, heartfelt, convoluted. Yeah. So you're going into this shadow of yourself. Really, really deep, deep, dark cave to uncover your light. Yeah, that's what my friend's doing. She's connecting to deeper levels of complex feelings, you know, and she knows. She's ready, you know, to, where's that, take that leap. She knows she's ready. And she's putting the moves in, you know, to take that leap. She is something calling her, you know. She doesn't quite know what yet, but yeah, she can feel a spark. So she said to me, you know, she can feel something more. So she can feel a spark, and not that spark, you know, she's willing to fan these flames. So she's willing to do whatever it takes to, yeah, make this spark a bonfire, you know, a fireworks display in the sky. She's not willing to settle for, you know, a little spark anymore. She wants the full fire display. Why not? she wants these fireworks going off in the sky. She wants to feel that, and she's going to do whatever it takes. Any more, Spirit? And I'm not online today, well, face to face, because I look awful. I had a rough day yesterday where I was quite poorly. Not been like that for quite some time. Could be the upgrades. Yeah, she's looking forward to the future. She wants this heart in the sky. You know, she wants this fiery red heart. Finding a long-term harmonious relationship. Coming soon, yeah. She said to me, she feels something coming. So from this spark that's calling her, she can feel a spark, you know. She said she feels something better's coming. No, that's not being harsh to a partner. She doesn't mean that. She's just following a heart, you know, this heart in the sky. Similar to the twin flame, you know, because it's that pull. You can't explain it to anybody. It's a pull. And when you know, you know. Yeah, she wants to find long-term happiness. She wants to free your heart, you know. This heart is free. It's in the sky. Yeah, as I was saying, I was not well yesterday, bit of a rough day, so I'm not on face to face today because I look dreadful, going to be honest. But feeling miles better today, so I think it was just a bit of a tummy bug, but it scared me a little bit because I used to suffer with chronic, you know, health. Yeah, she had to have a truth talk. She had to have this with a partner, you know. It's the toughest conversation she's had. She had to have this truth talk. She had to communicate that she don't feel the same like she did, you know, when they had the wedding and they thought it was going to be endless love. She had to communicate that, yeah, this love letter's no matter, you know, it's sealed, yeah. It's yeah, she had to communicate that, and she did. It's a brave person to do that, you know, because nobody wants to be responsible for hurting another, but she's listening to this. She feels a spark, and it's coming from somewhere, and she knows there's better things to come. She said that. So, any more, Spirit? Ooh. What's this one? Yeah, better times to come. They've just literally thrown that at me. This is the last card then. Yeah, that just flew at me. She knows. She knows she's going to be holding hands with somebody else. Maybe not straight away. Of course not straight away. You know, she's going to have time to move through these obstacles and have time to herself, you know, plant air seeds and find herself, you know. Yeah, but fish take better times. Yeah, she said that to me. She knows there's better times to come. And she's willing to take that leap, you know, into the unknown, because she's feel this spark. From a spark, you get full bonfire scene. Don't you? Fireworks in the sky. Yeah, I'm going to end it on this one. This one absolutely flew at me. Better times to come. There you go, Dina. I hope you like your reading. And again, you know, energy, it's not, you know, limited to physical logistics. I do Reiki all the time, and my distance Reiki, and my customers always say, wow, how come I feel that? So, you know, just as if I'm in the room, or even worse sometimes. Because energy is not, yeah, limited to our physical logistics, you know. So, yeah, magic. We live in a magical world. We've just got to open our eyes to see it. So I shall leave it there, and might be back on because I feel something coming around. I've had the song coming around again. Is it coming around again? What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. Yeah, that one as well. It's all about coming back around, and we know what that's going to be, don't we? It's going to be a twin flame reading. So, yeah, I shall speak to you all soon.